Hello. This video will show you how to get access to a news article that's behind a paywall on the open internet, but that we do have a subscription to through one of our databases in the library. So this example, I'm using a search for some election information. I'm looking for information about the Lake County Board primary, and I have an article I want to look at from the Daily Herald here, which I know covers suburban elections. But when I click on the article from our Google News results, and it loads, we're going to see that we have this pop-up that asks us to subscribe to the Daily Herald because we've already passed our free article limit. We don't want to subscribe because we already have access to the article through the library. So I'm going to go into one of our news databases, NewsBank, and see that we have access to the Daily Herald. If you want to see how I got to this page, you can click on the video that's popping up on the screen, but I'm going to skip over that for now. Once we're in this Daily Herald page here, we're going to want to think about what day that article was published. Everything's kind of blacked out here, but if we go back to our search results, we can see it was published 2 days ago, recording this video on June 23rd, so we can infer that this was published on June 21st. If I scroll down on this Daily Herald page, we can see that I can select June 21st from a list of days that we have the paper, and I can scroll down through a list of every article that was published that day. That's going to be kind of long, but we see we can find that article right here, Experience versus New Blood in the GOP primary. If I click on that result, it'll look a little bit different than it looked when we actually clicked on the Daily Herald website, but the text is exactly the same as it would have been on their site, and we have access to that article. I could also have searched for the articles, and if I didn't want to scroll through all these articles, I could have just entered something like Lake County Board District 2, clicked search, and in the search results, it'll already be filtering within the Daily Herald for that June 2022 date, and we can see that we actually have two different versions of the article here. They are going to have the same text. This is something that happens sometimes on the databases, so as you're looking through those lists, check and see if it's, it might not be exactly the same name, but it is the same article. We also could have, if I clear these filters for the year and for the date, and we're left with just the Daily Herald, we could still have that Lake County Board District 2 search, looking at some of the keywords in that article title. It'll bring up those same articles. These are organized in date order by recency, so we have something published on the 23rd ahead of them, but we can filter dates along the side and get a wider range if we're not entirely sure when that was published. Hopefully this was helpful. If you do have any questions, please don't hesitate to reach out to a librarian. You can reach us at library@lakeforest.edu.